So picture this. You're a busy mom. You don't have time for family history or any other extra thing, but maybe you're already doing it. Because I'm pretty sure most of us moms especially are already doing family history without even realizing it. Hi, if you're new, I'm Alexis, and I am a mom of 4 littles. I'm married to my best friend. Here on this channel, I share ideas to hopefully help busy moms bring in some family history into their daily life. And today I wanted to share 5 different ways you're probably already doing it. Maybe there's some things you can do within those 5 ideas to be even more intentional. First is taking pictures of your family. That's a pretty easy one for moms. I think I have way too many pictures on my phone, most of them being of my kids. But it's good, right? It helps us remember the good times and things that we've done as a family, memories that we're making together. I know for a fact that you are all taking pictures of your cute kids and your cute family and the fun things you're doing together or the funny things that happen. Something you could do to make it even better is maybe you could make photo books. Here's some photo books that I've made. I have this goal to make a family yearbook, which I am way behind on, so don't feel bad, but I really want to make photo book of our year every year. And I also have made baby books of each of my kids. Of course, still need to print one out for the youngest one, but I'm working on it, so that's what counts, right? That's the cool thing about photo books is you can get on, you can edit, add pictures, change things in your spare time. You don't have to sit down and do the whole book at once. The company I have used mostly is Shutterfly, but I have looked at some other companies and I would definitely be interested to hear if you have used multiple companies, which one you really prefer and why. Usually I wait for kind of the sales or the coupons of getting a free 8x8 book, which is what this book is. So I usually try and do that. Of course, you still have to pay shipping on top of it. It can still get pricey with adding more pages and all of that, but it's worth it to me. Printing them out is kind of fun to have as well, and it will let your kids go through and look at them. My kids love looking at all of our photo books, and they keep begging me for more of them because like I said, I'm pretty behind, but work in progress. They also have online albums or family albums, so not just a backup system like Google Drive or Amazon Photos, which is great. Definitely back up your photos. But I'm talking about somewhere you can store your photos and organize them and even share them with family members. I know with social media we share a lot, but maybe we shouldn't share as much as we do. I've kind of scaled back on how much I share on social media just because there's some crazy stuff out there. I still do a little bit, but there's some albums out there that is private and you can share it with family. One of them that I have started using and I would love to use more is called Collectionaire. I'll leave a link if you want to look at them. This video is not sponsored by anyone, but I have really enjoyed the look of that. It's cool because you can save your pictures in like a family tree view, and I think that's really fun to put everyone in where you're related to them, especially if you have pictures of the past family members or of extended family members. You can kind of put it in where they're all connected. Another option for pictures is apps. There's another app that I've started playing with a little bit, but I should probably do more of. It's called Family Album. And you can add pictures on there. It's kind of like a private social media almost, where you can add pictures, you can write little things about it, and then you can share it with your family. They can comment on it, they can see all the pictures from your child's birthday or this vacation you went on, but then you don't have to feel like you have to add every single picture from your trip or anything on social media. It's also private. It's only for those that you invite. So I really like that aspect of it. Okay, number 2, traditions. Almost every family has a tradition of some kind, whether it's holidays, birthdays, school, even little things you do for the seasons or anything like that could be considered a tradition. To make traditions even more meaningful is to share the stories or the meaning behind that tradition. So, was it passed down from your family for generations? Did you come up with it as a family and then it started becoming special to you? And why? Why did you start this tradition? Why do you keep doing it? What is the meaning behind that tradition? I think it's important to share with our kids, not just, oh, this is what we do because it's summer or because it's Christmas, but this is why we chose to do this and this is why we love doing it. Number 3, writing in journals. Okay, don't get after me on this because none of us are probably perfect at this. Maybe this is something you'd like to do. Like me, I wish I was better at journal writing and I need to do better. I would like to do better. But I think a lot of us are doing a journal to some extent in different ways. So back to social media, if you're sharing on there a lot, that's kind of a mini journal. You're sharing a picture, you're sharing what happened that day at that event, and you can keep that as a journal. There's ways you can download your entire Facebook feed or whatever you're on and save it. You could also just copy and paste and put it all in a document. So if you're already sharing stuff on social media, might as well keep it and use it for your family later. Another way to make journals more meaningful is if you do write them, which is awesome, you could digitize them. You could take pictures of them and have a place on your computer to save them just in case anything happened to it, but also to make it very shareable if there was, an experience you really wanted to share with someone and send it to them. There's also digital journals. There's apps, there's different things you can use to text in a question and an answer, and they'll save it for you. So there's lots of different ways to journal, and I'm sure you're doing something to some extent. Number 4, another thing I think we do, even without realizing, is sharing about our childhood or reminiscing about memories. When we think of something that was from our past and we share it with someone, you're doing family history. You're sharing your history with someone else. And I think we can be even more intentional about sharing our memories from when we were a kid with our kids, especially. At least when they're little, they love to hear stories from when you were a kid too. And stories when grandma was a kid and she did this funny thing, or grandpa used to always say this. So I think it's fun to share with them, and I think they would really love to hear that even more. Let's be more intentional in sharing that. Another way to do that is to make little storybooks. You could make it in a little photo book like this. You could even just write the text and then have your kids draw the pictures for the story, which I think is really fun. You could even make it part of your routine for bedtime or when you read books together. Share a story from your family. Share a story from your childhood, and I bet those are the stories your kids will ask for the most. Number 5, I think this point is so important, especially for moms who just feel like they cannot do one more thing. They really can't think about anything else, and that is taking care of your kids is family history. Now hear me out. You are raising the next generation. You are loving them, you are caring for them, you are cultivating an environment for them to grow. And that is huge. That's doing family history too. They will remember you as someone who cared for them. And no, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or that anyone else has to be perfect. I'm just saying you are taking care of them the best you can. You love them, and that matters too. That's huge. Maybe your kids' names have meaning behind it. You can share that with them. and that will help them feel special. If you really loved their name for some reason, if it was a family name, if you loved the meaning of the actual name, sharing that with them and letting them know that their name has a story too, I think is really special. So there you go. You are doing family history already. Now, if this inspired you in any way, please consider subscribing and joining the community. I would love to hear other things that you are doing to bring meaning and connection into your life with your kids. And I hope to see you next time.